Hello everyone and welcome back to Websmonkey Plays. This is kind of a half episode intro to what I'm going to be doing kind of as time goes on. I got a little bored doing Diablo 3, and Diablo 3 just wasn't very challenging. I thought Diablo 3 on hardcore mode would be really exciting because then I'd like lose a character and be like, oh, I died, blood. I could do like a montage, like, remember the time when he ran down the sand? But that didn't really work out. So instead I am playing Icewind Dale. It is a game from the late 90s that was based on a Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition rules, which are way too complicated to explain here. But and as you can see, I'm going through the character creation process right now where I'm creating my party from several people that work at the Herald and Review. We are Team Herald and Review. And this is a half episode because this isn't actually the whole game, and I'm kind of taking a second to explain what I'm doing here. And right now I'm rolling for stats. I fast forwarded it because this whole thing took me about half an hour to do properly. So we are going at it at an increased rate so it doesn't actually super bore you. If I were creating only one character, then I would probably do it at regular pace. But Icewind Dale is a grossly unforgiving game. I've never not lost at least one character. I'm playing on pseudo hardcore rules, where if someone dies, I'm not gonna revive them. That's just how I'm gonna play it. If someone dies, they're gone forever. Maybe if they get past a certain level, I'll consider keeping them. But I'm gonna go by if they are at any level under like 15, they're gone forever. But right now, I actually accidentally rolled Tim as a girl and had to make him all over again, and actually got fantastically better stats as a result. So yay. This game is low tech. It's from the 90s. The character models aren't all that fantastic, but the game itself is solid, and it was part of a trilogy of games. Well, not a trilogy, a set of 3 different settings, sort of. They're all set in the Forgotten Realms universe. And they're all on the same game engine, which is called the Infinity Engine. And there were 3 franchises or series that released. There was Planescape. I think I have that right. Didn't say Farscape? No, I did not say Farscape, and I don't get to say Frel. So I said Frel now. Okay, so they had dang it, they had Planescape, they had Icewind Dale, and they had Baldur's Gate. And they fall in this spectrum of focus. Planescape is a game that focuses almost entirely on plot. You actually only are required to do like 6 fights in the whole game. The rest of them you can like talk your way out of or avoid. Icewind Dale is the polar opposite. It is highly combat based. You are launched from long dungeon crawl to long dungeon crawl with very short plot things that are kind of put in there just to launch you into more action, and the fights are very hard and very complex. So it is a game that is purely about how good of a tactician are you in the 2nd edition rules, and how good are you at team management. So that's this one, which is why I've never beaten it. It's so fracking hard. And the other one is Baldur's Gate, which is kind of in the middle of both of those. It's very plot centric. You pick your character, and that is the one character that you build for the whole party. And then you go and you recruit other people, and you interact with them, and you go on side quests, and you learn more about yourself and other people, and yakety schmackety whackety do. But the combat is also pretty hard in that game, so it is a little bit I've beaten that one, though I have to confess I've beaten it with cheating, like maxing out my characters to the max level, and it is still hard. This game, I have cheated in it in the past. I'm not going to cheat at this time, and we are just going to, if someone dies, I'm going to delete them, and we're going to replace them with someone else from the newsroom. So we are actually creating our last character here, which is my character, who is going to be a level 1 wizard or mage. I can't remember what it's called in these rule sets, but basically the magic caster. And I start out with 1 spell, 1 whole spell. And it's utterly useless. Jim's character has an intelligence score of 4, which means he basically is incapable of communicating via speech. I have a charisma score of 5, which means people generally think that I'm horrible to be around. Everybody else has pretty fantastic stats across the board.
Here,
Let's listen to the prologue.
the quiet fishing village of Easthaven, one of the so-called 10 towns of Icewind Dale.
10 towns of Icewind
The tiny
Dale.
community is hardly a town,
Hardly a town.
rather a collection of ramshackle huts.
Ramshackle
crowded
huts.
together upon the icy shores.
You're
of
ramshackle.
Lake Dineshire.
Your mom's ramshackle.
Here, within a dimly lit tavern.
Dimly
group of
lit
travelers
tavern. That's where
sit
all good
huddled
adventures
around a
start.
table,
Everyone
swapping
starts out
tales
drunk and they end up
and
agreeing to
making
things that they
grand
never would have
plans for
agreed
the
to if
future.
they were sober.
completely unaware of the part they are
events
to
that-
play in the
Events are about to
that are
unfold.
about to unfold.
And there we have it. The prologue. And now we're in the tavern.
What's this?
Alison Petty is our party leader.
Well met, stranger.
Well met,
My name is
stranger.
Hrothgar, originally of Hillsfar. But now
I can just imagine it. I'm gonna be Alison now. Greetings, Hrothgar. My name is Alison Petty. I can't do an Allison.
to call this
That's not how she would actually talk. That sounds very condescending. I actually have a lot of respect for Allison, but that's definitely not how she would talk.
Whatever your business in these parts.
Whatever your business is in this pause, I'll give you a small piece of advice. While you're in my town, don't be a jerk or I will cut your face off and wear it as my own face, like that movie that I can't watch because I'm in a different universe in a different time where we don't have TVs. Basically, this is your setup. He's like, hey, I'm the guy to talk to, so you go and you enjoy. You go to him when there's a quest to happen. Did that make sense? No. At the very beginning, you're like, oh, I'm sitting here. Let me go do some stuff. And then you talk to him, and he launches you into the first series of main quests. Anyway, he's on the other side of town. Anyway, we're going to call this a wrap. This is the 0.5 episode, so this isn't actually a full episode. And the first actual episode is going to be posting with this at the same time. So I'm going to put a link for it here. Be sure to click it and watch me probably die to some goblins. It is highly likely that I will die to some goblins. Maybe I won't die to some goblins. It's been stranger things have been known to happen. Anyway, I am the Websmonkey, and I will see you on the other side of the other episode in just a little bit. Don't you do weird things. That didn't make any sense. I'll see you in a minute.